to really understand who Jesus is and the depth of what he's done for them in their lives. And Jack and Lana, I know that these guys, more than anything, I'm trying to put it into words because I feel like any way that I would say it would sound really shallow. These guys really want almost the same thing, but like really deep connections between people, where we are.
They want the 3 a.m. phone call.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Thank you, Lexi. They want the 3 a.m. phone call.
Really?
They do, but they don't, right? No, they want to see a level of care among the different group members that goes, again, very deep. It's not just a shallow, surfacey group. It's like we really know where we're at. We know the things that we struggle with and the challenges that we face, and we work through those things together. Right? Did I put that well?
Yep.
Okay. So let's just give these guys a hand and thank them for everything that
Marketing. We can't forget, though, that Cheryl is our marketing queen. And every time we have an event, she puts in hours and hours of work to put together posters, flyers, postcards, whatever it is. She buys stickers or, whatever. So that can't go unmentioned because that's a lot of time.
Take it from me, it is very, very professional. It rivals anything I've worked and looked at.
Yeah, not only does she do it, but it's amazing.
Professional.
And also, we can't let you go yet because Jack and Lana also have taken on other responsibilities.
Oh,
very much so. And Jack was really instrumental in helping us to restructure our sound to really take the quality up a huge notch. And I know for him, he's not satisfied yet on where things are at, but that's because he's a sound guy. All the rest of us, I'm like, whoa, this is like heaven, what it's going to be like. So thank you so much for that. And then Lana is also, she comes in here into the office when they have a working vehicle to do it, right? To do a lot of extra things for me that I can't do.
And me.
She takes trash can.
Empty the trash can and make copies and follow up with newcomers that are here and that type of thing. And so just thank you guys for that as well. Appreciate you guys very much.
So invite more friends so Lana has more to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right. You want to talk about kids' church?
Yes. Actually, Lana, would you go get Emily?
Yeah.
Juanita, would you come up, please? I can't do these things without crying, you guys. It's terrible. Or good, I don't know. But Juanita, not only is she a strong spiritual presence and a major force to be reckoned with, but every time there's something going on in the kitchen, this lady is there making sure that it's running smoothly. And I always think, what? No. I think I'm actually taller than you. Yeah, which is awesome. But I will go, oh man, I need to go, make sure things are okay. And she's already got it under control. And so that is massive for me. Major, major, major. But not only that, but she steps in and she helps out with kids' church. And which is another massive thing for me. So I love this lady and how she's willing to serve. And I'll go, hey, are you available for this week or whatever? She'll go, I don't know. And then she'll go, wait, no, I need to do this for Jesus. And she does that every time, and I love it. And so I want to clone her. But so you got some extra.
Can we do that?
Or something. Yeah. So anyway, lady, I love you.
Thank you.
Yay!
And while we're on the subject of kids' church, you guys, this one I can't do without crying because this person is the biggest volunteer in this church, and I don't know if you guys know it, But for 4.5 years, she has done everything that's asked of her, stepped into places where we just don't have anybody, and she just steps up. And she, the greatest, I'm not even kidding, the greatest joy of my life is getting to do worship with her up here. And that's our daughter, Emily. So, I know that you don't know how much she does without being asked or without an attitude, or I do know that you guys know how awesome she is. Woo! Because you can't know her without knowing that. And so she already got her cut and her hot chocolate. But so we just, I couldn't not. I mean, when she graduated from high school, we didn't honor it like we did like with Lexi and Mitch and everybody that had graduated. We gotta let that go, and sometimes because she's our daughter, she gets kind of missed in the praise, public praise, and I'm sure she's okay with that, but
She is your daughter.
she is my daughter. But yeah, so anyway, I like
I just want to say about Emily and Juanita that for us, coming here was a huge adjustment. We've been a part of another church for many, many years, and God called us away, and we didn't even know where we were supposed to go. And our kids, our youngest daughters especially, were very connected. And they were really, really worried about how they would have friends and how that would work out. And Juanita and Emily were doing children's church, and Molly, the youngest child, fell in love.
Yeah.
Like, she, every single morning, is in my room at 7:30 on Sundays when we have to go to church. I have to be there. So that's a big deal for that. I mean, to have what we teach at home be backed up is huge. So thank you guys.
For the record, we can use more kids' church teachers, so, and nursery help. So just throwing that out there.
All right. So, and then, man, this is someone who's almost been around kind of since the beginning.
Yeah, that'd be
You know what I mean? And has been so faithful as part of the vineyard. He and his wife, they weren't husband and wife when they first started coming here. Now they've got a baby too, awesome baby boy. And every single week, David Stern is there behind the counter, heating up the beans, grinding the beans, heating up the coffee, so that we can all stay awake during the services. And
Our in-house barista.
man, yeah, exactly, our in-house barista. And these guys too have just been so faithful overall. I mean, Cassie, of course, is such a blessing to all of us, and these guys have just been an amazing part of the vineyard, and we appreciate you guys so much. So thank you for all that you've done and continue to do. So we love you guys. Hello, Solomon. And yeah, we've actually got a few other people on our list as well. Unfortunately, some that weren't able to be here today. That I just kind of want to mention. And when you see them, please give them a big hug around the neck for what they've done.
Tell them Kevin was
Heather,
talking about it.
tell them I was talking about them and they missed out. Heather Goff has been our event person. Like, she has put together some huge, huge events that have not just impacted us, but have impacted this region, really. Also, Juanetta goes to another church on Sunday mornings, but
For the sake
it's
of
almost
family
like
unity.
yeah, it's almost like we are her church though. She loves everybody here in the vineyard and has been she's part of a small group. And anytime she's here, you will not see a trash bag. You'll look and it's there one moment and the next moment it has disappeared. Because she cleans like a tornado in this place. It's amazing. And she sees that need. Also, Amy is not here this week. She's going to be back next week, but she's been so faithful to run the slides each week, and she's taking it up a notch. I'm just black background, white font, just get it up there so people have words. She's no, I want this beautiful background, and I want it to be excellent, and And she does such an amazing, tremendous job with that. I hope she's listening right now. And then Shan has one more.
Okay. So this person, sorry, this one either without crying. But this person came to us when she didn't know front from back. When she was trying to figure stuff out in the hardest of ways and not knowing which way to turn, and she came here and she stayed and she stuck. And now I don't think we can get rid of her anyway. And just recently she's finding her voice and she's finding her strength in who she is, and she's constantly directing people toward Jesus. And she's faithful to bring friends and visitors, and lately she's taken on the role of announcements, which qualifies her as a volunteer on Sunday morning. So, Lexi, would you come up, please? We've gotten to watch her go from baby Christian to strong mom, and she's amazing in every way. And we love you.
You're such a turd.
I know.
All right. Well, you guys, I look around and I see so many other people who I know are doing awesome things for the Lord. So again, this is kind of just our volunteer team that we're talking about, here at Vineyard. But I look and I see Polly, who is so faithful in ministry, and praying for people here and loving people here so well, but also at the banquet and just so many, Lee with Healing on the Streets, and he coordinated so much of that. It takes all of us, you guys. That's the whole point of this. And we honor and we bless you for anything that you've done. And we still have needs. And we're always going to have needs. Yeah. We're going to have holes. And I will say this. If you see a hole, go ahead and plug it if you can do it. If you're the right person for that, the Lord often gives us eyes to see the things that others don't see. And He also gives us the ability to do that. And sometimes we think, well, I'm not the right person for that, or I'm not good enough. I'll tell you what, stepping into the role of a pastor, I'm not good enough, all right? I am, because in the Lord, this is the calling that He's given me. Right. And He equips me every day to do it. And that's what it's all about. None of us are fully equipped when we step into anything. But sometimes there's this amazing thing that happens inside of us when we give of ourselves. We begin to blossom and we grow in the Lord as we give of ourselves. And we multiply the impact of what we're doing here in the Vineyard as a whole. So let's all stand together, and I just want to pray. So God, I just think of the 12 and how they selected other leaders to be equipped to do the ministry. And then they prayed over them. And I just pray over this group of people that stands before me right now. God, I know that you have given them everything that they need to serve you, to live their lives for you. And God, I pray that you would open our eyes to see the needs. God, that you would put a passion in our hearts for certain areas. And I know you've already put that in some of us. You've already deposited that passion. And some of us, we just haven't stepped out yet in that. And help us to do that. And God, sometimes there are needs that they're not fun to fulfill, but they need to be fulfilled. If you're calling us to that, help us to step into those things, God. But Lord, most of all, I pray that we would work well together. And Lord, that through our efforts, that you would multiply the impact. That your word would go forth from this place in a powerful way. And it would be multiplied in this community. And we just pray all this in Jesus' name.